Okay, so thank you everyone for coming. We have some live audience as well as virtual audience. So Texas, the #1 US destination for Pakistani students. Uh, Thank you, Jennifer, for coming, representing Texas Tech University. And I will let Jennifer introduce herself in a little bit more in detail. But before I do that, let me tell you about my department, what we do here. So there we go. Okay, so Education USA. My name is Nasser Malik. I'm an educational advisor here at Education USA Islamabad office. So before we start, a little bit about what we do. Education USA is a global network under the Department of State, made up of more than 400 international student advising centers in more than 175 countries. And we are your official source to US higher education, providing updated, comprehensive, and unbiased information about studying in the United States. Here in Pakistan, we are part of USCFP, that's United States Educational Foundation in Pakistan, which is also a Fulbright commission in the country. USCFP promotes mutual understanding between the people of Pakistan and people of the United States through educational and cultural exchange. We have offices in Islamabad, we have offices in Karachi and Lahore. And of course, we are available to support our students all across Pakistan through email, virtual advising, and of course, phone calls as well. Uh, we have a variety of services that we provide, of course, at free of cost, from one-on-one advising to free in-house or virtual sessions such as this one that you are witnessing right now. We have free workshops available, be it GRE for graduate studies or SATs for undergrad. People who register with us, they have access to our digital library. And of course, just like we're connecting you to Texas Tech University, we connect our audience with US higher education institutions as well. Of course, audience, just a side note, we will have a Q&A session with Jennifer at the end of our session. So if you have any questions, you can drop those questions at the Q&A box and we will go to them in the order that we receive them. So it could be in the middle of a presentation, but make sure you write your questions in a Q&A box and I'll get to them at the end of the presentation. Feel free to register for our free Education USA advising services today by going to this link, educationusa.pk/register. And once you register, you will be assigned an educational advisor who will walk with you step by step towards your journey towards higher education in the United States. Of course, if you have any if you have any concerns, issues, or questions, you can always write us at islamabad@educationusa.org. We are very active on social media as well. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or X, I would say, or Instagram. And of course, you can search us by using the hashtag @USAPakistan or hashtag USEFP. So finally, I'm pleased to introduce you Jennifer Wang, Admission Counselor for Undergraduate Admission Enrollment Management at Texas Tech University. Jennifer, thank you for being here. And I'm sure our audience cannot wait to learn more about what Texas Tech has to offer. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and you can share your screen and the floor is yours from there.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, you are visible. Yep.
Alrighty, awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Jennifer Wang. I work as International Admission Counselor at Texas Tech University. Thank you so much for having me here today. And today we're going to talk about Texas, the #1 U.S. destination for Pakistani students, and we're going to highlight Texas Tech University about what we offer in our great scholarship programs. Alrighty, let's get started. So just like Nestor said, so basically, if you have any questions, feel free to send it to the chat box. We're going to answer all of them by the end of this presentation. So now let's get started. So for those who have not visited the state of Texas before, Texas is located in the southern part of the country, highlighted here on this map. Texas is a very large state. It's the second largest state in the nation, both economy and population-wise. Can anyone guess which state is the largest? If you want, you can send it to the chat box. Some students think it's California. Actually, is Alaska. Alaska is the largest state here in the United States. And according to the Open Door report, California, Texas, New York are the top 3 destinations for international students. Generally, but Texas is the #1 destination for Pakistani students. But however, the cost of living varies significantly among those 3 states. As you can see on this slide, it shows the cost of living across the states. The darker the blue, the higher the cost. So on both coasts, the annual cost of living can exceed $17,000 a year. In contrast, Texas is shown in light blue, which means our cost of living is much more affordable compared to the coastal state, because overall the cost of living here in Texas is lower than the national average. Alrighty, so we're gonna do a little, I would say, fun fact about today's presentation. So what do you think of when you hear the word Texas? Okay, so I see some students raise their hands. So feel free to send your answer to the chat box. We have seen a lot of great answers. What do you think of when you hear the word Texas?
Okay, one student says Lone Star State.
Yeah, Lone Star. Yes, yeah, exactly. This is the flag we're having. So we only have 1 star on our flag, state flag. So we also been called Lone Star State. Any other? I just want to know how much you guys know about the state of Texas. Anything. There's no right or correct or wrong answers. Because I have seen students saying steak or cheeseburger, but that is actually New York. So all cowboys. Cowboy is one of our things. Already. So so at this slide, it shows different city here in state of Texas. So we have San Antonio. This is like the River Walk. All right, I have seen some answer now. San Antonio, yes, that is correct. Also, we have the big cities like Austin. Austin is the capital. And then we have Dallas and also several national parks. So there's a lot you can explore here in the state of Texas. Alrighty, now I'm just gonna give an overview. Like I mentioned earlier, Texas is the 2nd largest state in the United States by size and population. And actually, the state of Texas is larger than any European countries. We currently have population of 30 million people. And Houston is the largest city here in state of Texas. It's also the 4th largest city in the United States. Austin is the capital. And the state of Texas alone will be let's say if Texas is a country, was a country, the state of Texas alone would be the 10th largest economy in the world. And also we're the largest exporter in the United States. We have industries in technology, defense, filmmaking, healthcare, and manufacturing. And cost of living is lower than the national average, but 50 Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in Texas. So they choose Texas as their home. And also we have famous sites include Alamo, River Walk, Big Bend National Park, and more things for you to explore. And also, Texas is one of the most diverse states in the United States, determined by economics, political, and religious diversity. We also have the melting pot of cultures here. And Texas was once a country. Texas gained independence from Mexico in year 1836. And we have large Spanish, Germany influence, and most of international students come from India, China, Mexico, Vietnam. Also, Texas Tech alone, we have a large Pakistani student population here. I believe it's the third largest student population here. In exploring Texas, so like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot for students to explore here. So Texas offers a great quality of life with warm weathers and plenty of natural spaces that support outdoor activities year-round. So the state is home to a national seashore, and there's always something to do, from like mountains to rivers to beaches. So Texas is also rich in culture and entertainment. Austin is known as the live music capital of the world, and across the state you will find professional support team like in football, basketball, baseball, and there are many large cultural events such as San Antonio Fiesta, the Texas State Fair, and so which gives students plenty of opportunities to experience authentic Texas culture outside the classroom. So overall, Texas offers a great balance of academics, lifestyles, and fun. Already, like I mentioned earlier, 50 Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in Texas. So I would like to highlight a little bit more about Texas industry. So Texas is one of the strongest economic engine in the United States. It's known as the national leader in energy, processing like about 60% of country's crude oil refining capacity. At the same time, Texas is rapidly growing in technology and innovation, and many people now call Texas the next Silicon Valley. The state is also home to major healthcare, life sciences, and research organizations, creating strong career opportunities for students after graduations. And also agriculture alone contribute over 100 billion to the economy here, showing how diverse and stable Texas industries are. You will also see many global companies headquarters here, including Dell, AT&T, American Airlines, Tesla, and more. So Texas is home to 2 international airlines, some of the busiest airports in the world, and NASA's Johnson Space Center. So all of this make Texas an excellent place for internship, networking, and long-term career development. Alrighty, so now let's get started with the trivia. So this trivia is called Two Truths and a Lie. So you will be able to see 3 statements on the screen like this, and 2 of them are truths, and 1 of them is false. Feel free to send your answers to the chat box. So the first one on option A, Texas was once a country. Is this a true statement or it is a false statement? Option number 2, Texas Capitol is taller than the U.S. Capitol in D.C. And then there are only 27 million cows and 60 million people here in Texas. So we have more cows than people here. Let me see. Okay. Any answers? Which, see? Okay. Any other answers? Let's see. Okay, all C's. Alrighty. So actually, yes, that is correct. See, C is the false statement. We actually have more people than more cows here. But we do have a great agriculture industry here. We have one of the best steak in the nation. But actually, Texas was once a country, and our capital is taller than the U.S. capital in D.C. All right, next one. Alrighty, Texas trivia. Which one is false? So first, option A, Texas is the only state that to have its own power grid. Option B, Texas is known as adventurous state. And C, El Paso, Texas is closer to California than Dallas, Texas. So you got to know a little bit about the, geology about the state. See.
Let's see some of the live audience who can answer that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I have seen. I'm monitoring the Q&A, so we have seen different answers. We have A, we have C. Okay.
Option number C.
Oh, C. Okay. Good guess. Well, if we do not have any more answers, let me see. Okay, so this one gonna surprise all of you because the false one is B. Texas is known as a friendship state. Each state has their own nickname. That's what we call it. So actually, Texas is famous for French because Texas, the word in Spanish means friendship. Okay. El Paso is the border city. So is border city to Mexico. So it's actually closer to the state of California than Dallas, Texas. I believe the driving distance is like 20 hours, but with Dallas is 20 plus hours. And yes, Texas is the only state. We have our own power grid. So the energy program is great here. Already a little bit more about Study Texas. So we are an educational organization in Texas, over 40 institutions represented here. We have many accredited university and community college. And also we have many different public and private institutions. And our goal is to connect international students with quality education and training in Texas. Already. So, last but not least, I would like to highlight a little bit more about Texas Tech University and what we offer here. So, this is the map of state of Texas. So we are actually in the northwest part of Texas. So we're that Y star at. We have more than 78 of our new students come from farther than 300 miles away. So Texas Tech is a 4-year public institution. We, as of fall 2025, we have more than 42,000 students enrolled. So we're a very large public institution. And also our campus is second largest campus in the nation. So even though we have large student population, we still maintain a 20 to 1 student to teacher ratios. And we have students from all 50 states and over 100 countries, and 28% of our students are first generation students. And about our recognitions, we ranked number 9 nationally in workforce preparation of graduates. And also we're a tier 1 research institution, which is a Carnegie classification and the highest research ranking that a university can receive. So simply speaking, those major companies, they're willing to donate money for us to do research for them because they really believe what we're doing here. And also we're number 1 best college for the money with 8 in the Southwest. Alrighty, academics. So we have 10 different colleges, which host about over 150 academic program here at undergraduate level. So besides that, we also have Texas School of Laws, Texas Tech Health Science Center, and Texas School of that. So for a large university like us, you can definitely find a good fit in here. And so at this slide, it listed 10 different colleges. The first one is Davis College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. The second one is the College of Architectures. We also definitely College of Engineering is one of the most popular one among our international student population. They offer a major like computer science, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, petroleum engineering, so pretty much all the engineering program you can find. And also our College of Business, they offer where you can study major like accounting, business administration, supply chain management. We have so many to offer here. For a large university like us, you can definitely find a good fit in here. And student involvement. Also, I forgot to mention one thing. So those are the undergraduate level courses. So at graduate level, we have over 100 masters and over 60 doctoral programs for students to choose from. Our unit mainly represent the undergraduate students. We admit undergraduate students specifically, but recently our graduate school has been joining the enrollment management team. So soon we're gonna only have one international team here at Texas Tech, and we're gonna help with not only undergraduate student but graduate school. Unfortunately, I don't have my graduate school rep to join me today, but I will definitely share their contact information with you, so you could stay in touch with them. Already, student involvement. Oh, opportunity for success. I would like to highlight our college career centers. We have a university career centers which support all student population, but some colleges, for example, College of Engineering and College of Business, they have their own college career center. So what do? So they offer the internship, also they share the internship and co-op opportunities with their students. They also have career coaching, career fairs, resume and cover letter build up. So all the way, so basically, starting from resume build up all the way till salary negotiations. And you as a student, it is that services is free, included in your tuitions. And also we have a dedicated international student life department, and their job is to make the transition more smoothly. So we have the hotel partnership program, airport pickup, ISSS counselor, global guides. So ISSS counselor also refers as your immigration advisors. And so there are certain rules you need to follow as a F1 student, and their job is to make sure your status is valid. And we have a regional airport here, which is 15 minutes driving distance from here, from the airport to the main campus. We also have a global guides program. So that is our student ambassador program, which is designed to connect you with our current students. We also have cultural festival and worldwide showcase. So that is some events we want to celebrate the cultural heritage that our international students bring to our campus. So it's not only a campus event, it's actually a community event. Already live as red raiders. We, like I mentioned earlier, we're a very large public institution. So currently we have over 550 student organizations here with us and over 30 on-campus dining options. And we do have on-campus housing. We have 19 residence halls. And also what you can see at this slide, it is our recreation center. This is our outdoor swimming pool. We have the longest lazy river among all the U.S. institutions. And This is our spirit and traditions. So those are the things you can only experience here at Texas Tech. So for example, we have our Care of Light program. So it is also my favorite event on campus. It's normally happened in the second week of December, and then the whole campus will be lit up by thousands of lights. We're gonna have country music bands. The president normally will be there celebrating this event with us, and also we are the NCAA Division I athlete. So that means our athletic team are almost professional, and you as a student with paying your tuitions, you have unlimited access to all the sporting events. Already, let me talk about admissions. Like I mentioned earlier, our units is primarily helping with international undergraduate students. So for the one who wants to pursue a bachelor's degree here, so this is the general admission steps. So at graduate level, if I understand correctly, you're gonna submit an application, but most of the time, the academic department gonna have their reviewing committee to review all of your documents together. So I will definitely share their contact information with you. So first of all, for freshmen. So that means you are either still in high school or you're taking gap years after graduating from high school. So there are only 3 easy steps. Because at undergraduate level, the admission decision is normally made by the admission team, but at graduate level, normally the academic college call the shot. So step 1 for the student who wants to apply as a first-time freshman or new first-time student, the first step is to submit an application from either Apply Texas, Common App, or TTU International. No one is better than the others. If you're a graduate student, unfortunately, those steps are not for you. So I don't want to create any confusions. And then you will need to create a student portal with us. It's called Radar Connect. Make sure you use the same email address that you use for your applications. And then from there, you will need to upload the required documents in your portal. So for new first-time students, we require 4 years of high school transcript, 9, 10, 11, and 12. If you are following the British curriculum, like A-level, O-level. We also require 4 years of high school like transcript. So if you do not have transcript for that specific year, you could submit your internal assessment. We will consider that as certain grade of transcript. And then $75 application fee. Unfortunately, we do not offer application fee waivers, mainly because we have an internal evaluation system that's going to convert your GPA to the US 4.0. So with paying $75, that services is included. And we also have really good scholarship opportunities, which I'm going to talk about that later. And then next, proof of English proficiencies. SAT or ACT is optional through year 2027. So if you do not want to submit your SAT, you will need to submit some supplemental documents, and then you will also gonna be considered for an admission decisions. Those are optional documents, but we highly encourage you to submit them. And then the regular processing time here is 2 to 4 business week after we receive every document, high school transcript, application fee, and proof of English proficiency. Alrighty, so since we're on this topic, we're going to talk about more about proof of English proficiency. So we accept TOEFL and the minimum score to show the proficiency of your English is 79, and then we accept IELTS 6.5. If you decide to take SAT and you can score over 500 on evidence-based reading and writing, we consider that as proof of English proficiency. But SAT score has to be sent directly from College Board to us. Our submission code is 6827. And then we accept Duolingo as well. The minimum score is 100. Alrighty, so for transfer students, so basically that means you have already attended a college or university after graduating from high school, but you haven't graduated yet, and then you want transfer here, so you can complete your bachelor's degree. So there are also like three simple steps. You will need to submit an international transfer application. From either Apply Texas Common App or T2 International. And then step 2 is to create a portal, student portal, and then submit all the required documents. So for transfer students, we will need to see all the college transcript from previously attended institution and $75 application fee and proof of high school completion. So it could be your diploma or your final high school transcript, and then proof of English proficiency. The optional supplemental documents include essays, letters of recommendations, resumes, your certificates, like leadership skills, extracurricular activities, anything that can help us review application better, do submit them. Another thing I would like to mention is for transfer students, because getting admitted by the university does not mean you're getting admitted by a certain major. Some colleges has additional requirements for their students. For example, if you're interested in College of Engineering as an transfer student, the minimum GPA requirements is 2.75, and you will need to have at least 24 transferable hours. So if you have any question about that, feel free to email us after this. We would like to offer you more information on that. But let's say if you do not meet the assured mission requirements, we do have like the Explore program, which is like a pathway for you to kind of like build up your GPA, take some prerequisites courses, and whenever you reach certain GPA, your academic advisor gonna help you to clear the major. Alrighty, another thing is about our application deadlines. So if you are a bachelor degree seeker, those are the admission dates for you. So first of all, spring, we do have 2 semester opens. One spring semester, one for spring, one for fall. Spring semester is normally started in the middle of January. Fall semester is normally started in the middle of August. So the application deadline is November 1st for spring semester, but that is the priority deadline. We do accept the application after that, but those are set to ensure you have enough time to get your I-20 or visa, so you can actually, enter the country and start your journey here. And then for fall semester, the priority deadline is June 1st. We do accept application after that. And another deadline I would like to mention is for our scholarships. So for fall semester, the priority scholarship deadline is December 1st. We only have fall here, but that does not mean if you apply for spring, there's no scholarship opportunities. So that's why we have a deadline to accept scholarships. So if you're interested in fall, and then you want to be considered for the scholarship opportunity, the final deadline is May 1st. So that means if you can get admitted by May 1st, and you meet the scholarship qualification, you will be guaranteed to get a certain amount of scholarship. So that is the final deadline to accept scholarship. Lots of students got nervous about the priority scholarship deadline. Don't worry about that too much because that's mainly for domestic students. So for fall semester, keep May 1st. in your mind as final deadline to accept the scholarship for spring is November 1st. Already. So as we're already on this topic, so I would like to talk about opportunities. So if you're qualification, scholarship qualification chart. You, as you can see, there are two qualifications listed here. We have high school GPA and test score. So you will need to meet both requirements. So let me give you an example. So if you have a 3.8 GPA, like I said, we have an internal evaluation system that's going to convert your GPA to the US 4.0 GPA scale. And then let's say 3.8, and then you have a 1300 SAT, you will get $4,500 scholarships per year. And another good thing about our scholarship is once you have at least $1,000 competitive scholarship, you will be eligible to pay the in-state tuition rather than the out-of-state tuition. So I will give you a detailed breakdown about our cost to attend. But if you want to apply as test optional, you can also do that. So we will need to, so the qualifications will be GPA and your supplemental documents. And the higher the test optional scholarship we provide is 4,000, and if you are ranked top 10% in your class, we will give you additional $1,000. So let's have a look at the cost to attend. So as you can see, there are two tuition fees listed here. So first one is non-resident, and another one is non-resident with favors. So basically resident tuitions and fees. So we were saying if you meet both GPA and test score requirement, and if you can get at least $1,000 or more, you will be eligible to pay the in-state tuition. So let's say if you have 4,500 scholarships, instead of paying $24,451 for tuition fees for a whole year, you are paying 12,191, and this is the amount before the scholarship amounts kick in. So if you have, for example, 4,500, you will use this amount to minus the scholarship amount you have been awarded, and that amount will be your estimated tuition fees for a whole year. So this is based on, this estimate was made based on 30 credit hours. So it's like let's see, 30, it's like 10 courses for a whole year. So 5 courses each semesters. And also we have the estimated housing, food, books and supplies, personal expenses, house insurance. So pretty much everything you will need to spend for a whole year. And this is the amount before the scholarship amount. So simply speaking, instead of getting the scholarship amount, you are also saving $13,000 on tuition fees because you will be eligible to pay the resident tuition. And another good thing about this scholarship is it is renewable. It's definitely not just for one semester. So you can see the renewal requirements here. We were talking about 4,500. Excuse me, 4,500, which falls into 3,000 to 6,500. So as long as you can maintain a 3.25 GPA and enroll 30 TTU hours, you will be eligible to renew this scholarship up to 8 semesters. So 4 years, pretty much all of your time here. And like I said, if you apply as test optional, you will also gonna be considered for the scholarship. Already. So for transfer students, we have two scholarships. The first one is Presidential Transfer Scholarship. So qualifications are 30 transfer hours and 3.0 GPA. And next one is our Proven Achiever Scholarship. The qualifications are 60 transfer hours and 3.5 GPA. Those two scholarships are also competitive scholarships. So if you can get awarded any of them, you will be eligible to pay their resident tuition. And it is also renewable. It's not just for one semester. So for transfer students, as long as you can maintain the renewal requirements here, you are eligible to renew this scholarship up to, I would say, 6 semesters. Alrighty, so this is cost to attend. One last thing I would like to mention is our Radar Connect portal. So you're going to use the same email address that you used for your application. This is the mandatory step. You cannot skip that. So after submission of your application, you will need to create a student portal where you can check your application status, upload document, and register for events. Alrighty, I think this is pretty much what I have for today. So this is our QR code. Oh sorry, this is our WhatsApp account. So we do have a WhatsApp account, and our email address is internationals@ttu.edu. And I just, oh no, sorry, I should send it to everyone. So internationals@ttu.edu. And now we can do the Q&A.
Okay, I'll say it out loud because I don't think they can. Yeah, okay, to everyone. Okay, so everybody can see. Yeah, it's international@ttu.edu. Okay, so
Already.
do you want me to read out loud the questions, or you can do it all yourself? How do you want us to do it?
Um, would you mind if you read the question
Yeah,
out so we
yeah.
can
Okay.
have
First
some
question is,
interactions here?
I, I completed my 16 years of education, graduation in 2015, and have since gained professional experience. I am currently working as a vice president in the banking sector. I'm interested in pursuing master's degree. Am I eligible to apply?
That's a really good question. So I'm gonna share the graduate school, the contact information for them is graduate.admissions@ttu.edu. So I don't want to give you the wrong answers, especially the admission process for masters and bachelor's are a bit different. So I don't want to give you the wrong information. I will say the best person you could talk to is our graduate school. They're really quick on getting back to students. So definitely reach out to them. I mean, for like the common like I would say the general information about getting a master's is you have to have a bachelor's degree to apply for a master's degree. Definitely I believe each college definitely utilize our website, and there are so many good information out there. So you can just simply search how to apply a certain master's degree and at TTU and at international, so it will take you to the right page.
Okay, one student asked, is Texas safe?
Yes, also that's a really good question. So our campus has 24/7 police protection, and our campus like the safety is always the priority here. Um, um, in Texas, especially at Texas Tech. So I don't want to give you the information. No, it's a like completely safe place because you have to know anywhere. Let's say pick any city in the world. There's gonna be some part are relatively less safe than the other part, right? So, but overall, it is very safe. A neighborhood because just based on my personal experience, sometimes I just forgot to lock my door, frequently. So, but nothing actually like that happened. Actually, people here are very nice. If you need some help, go to, definitely reach out. People, for example, once I have my car, um, broken. So I was on the streets. So people actually approached me and offered to help. But like I said, we definitely need to know how to avoid those, not safe area. But it's not like you can definitely go out and in the evening, and most of people, international students that I know, they always feel quite safe on campus, even living in the city.
Okay. I have a bachelor's of architecture degree with 2 years of professional experience, but my CGPA is 2.7. Could you please guide me on my chances of admission for graduate programs in architecture or urban planning, and what areas I should strengthen to improve my application?
That's a very good question. So I like I said, I mainly work for the undergraduate student population. But definitely utilize our website. So you can definitely find the detailed admission required admission documents on our College of Architecture website. Um,
Take an
I
email,
don't.
an email as
Mhm.
well, right? The email that you just
Yes,
shared.
yes.
Okay,
Graduate.admissions@ttu.edu.
got it. What are the requirements for A-level students admissions?
That's a very good question. So for A-level student, that is considered the 13th grade. But we require like we have a like the highest grade that we are accepting here is 12. So we're gonna convert that. So for the student from other country, we normally say 9 to 12, but for you it's 10 to 13. So there's not a specific subject that we required, but let's say some colleges has additional requirements. So if you can, for example, if you're interested in biology, so definitely take some courses that are related to biology. Um, so that definitely going to help. Everything will be reviewed in a holistic manner, not only your academic performance. Put your volunteer experience, extracurricular experience. So we do not have a minimum GPA. Everything will be reviewed in a holistic manner.
Got it. Okay, I'm skimming through. Uh, okay, most are grad related, so we already given them the email address that they can actually write them. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So does CGPA matter for scholarship?
Yes. So we, even though, like I said, here in here in the United States, we're using 4.0 GPA scale. So we're going to convert your GPA to the US 4.0. It is the internal evaluation system. It's a course by course evaluations. So we're going to, all the courses on your transcript will be taken into consideration. Um, so, um, even though you have a GPA on your transcript, we still need to convert that to the US 4.0. But definitely it matters. But we're gonna use the converted GPA for the scholarship consideration.
Are there any fully funded scholarship provided?
So let me see. So at undergraduate level, our scholarship only covers partially tuition fees, but it is a very generous scholarships because you not only get the scholarship amount, you're also getting the in-state tuition. So let's say, because the highest amount we provided for um, international new first time student is $9,000. That means you have an almost 4.0 GPA and at least 1500 SAT. So if you meet both requirements, you will be eligible to pay the in-state tuition, which is starting from, it's just around 12,000. So you're going to use this to minus the scholarship amount. So your whole year estimate tuition and fees will become around $3,000, and that is for 2 semesters. So for each semester, you're only gonna pay like 1,500 for your tuition fees.
Okay, one says required documents for the I-20. What are the required documents for I-20?
That's a really good question because our unit also help with issuing the initial I-20 for you to get your student F1 student visa. So there are certain documents, for example, the passport bio page, proof of funding. There are two additional forms we need from you. The first one is financial affidavit, because if you are not the account holder on that bank statement, we need to know the relationship between you and that account holder. And then also like international student supplemental form. So those are the information like your address, because we will need those information to put into your I-20. But the good question is, once you have your scholarship decision, because you are required to provide, the USCIS require student to provide the proof that they can afford the first year of expenses. So let's say, so this is the cost to attend for a whole year. So without any scholarship, we will need you to provide at least $581 on your bank account. But if you have any scholarship that is over $1,000, you're going to use this 30,332 to minus that scholarship amount, and that will be the amount we will need to see on your bank statement. But once you're admitted, we will reach out to you and provide you the information, the required documents we require for I-20. But it is not part of the we won't consider that into the admission decisions process. It is something you need to think about it after.
Okay, guys, just as a side note, we will try to get as many questions as possible within the allotted time. So we probably have like 10 more minutes left. So if anybody we did not answer your questions, you can email Jennifer at internationals@ttu.edu. Jennifer, is that correct? That's the email address?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's international. She's already written in the chat. It's internationals@ttu.edu. Okay, the next question is minimum high school percentage for undergrad admission.
Minimum.
Is there a minimum required percentage, grades, CGPA for undergrad?
Yeah. So is it like class rank and
Yeah.
or something like that?
I mean,
Okay.
the
Yes.
GPA.
The GPA, yes. So like I said, everything will be reviewed in a holistic manner. The academic performance is something we're gonna consider, but it's not the only thing we consider for when we make admission decisions. So there's you can even find this information on our website. There's no minimum GPA requirement, but we highly encourage you to submit some supplemental documents if you think your GPA is not as good as you like you want. So definitely submit supplemental documents. But for the student who has a great GPA, also go ahead and submit them, because our scholarship office review those documents whenever they make scholarship decisions.
When does admission window open for spring 2027?
The application window has already opened for spring 2027 for undergraduate students. So the priority deadline for both scholarship and application is November 1st. So we highly encourage you to submit everything by October 1st, including your test scores. For example, if you want to send your SAT score to us, it has to be sent through College Board. It takes time. So submit everything by October 1st, then you will for sure get an admission decision by November 1st. And since that is also our scholarship deadline, so if you meet the scholarship qualification, you will be guaranteed to get a certain amount of scholarship. So the earlier the better. I highly encourage all of my students to start their application as soon as they can, because there are some additional steps you will need to do, like getting your I-20, getting your visa, everything.
Okay, and most of the questions are graduate studies program questions, but so people you can email graduate.admissions@ttu.edu and all your questions will be answered in a prompt fashion. One student asked, does Texas Tech offer halal dining?
Yes, we do. So not only So the city of Lubbock, we are a college town, but it is also the hub city for all the surrounding cities. On-campus dining, we have over 30. There's halal options for student who has that specific preference, and I think they're trying to getting another one, and also the city itself, we have over 200 restaurants here. So we have a lot of different food options. We also have the grocery shopping, the halal grocery store. So also the city of Lubbock has a bus system. You as a student, all you need to do is to swap your student ID and they will take you to anywhere you want. I believe they have a stop there at the grocery store. Like I said, we have over 4,000 international students here with us. So we definitely know students have their specific dietary preference. So there are a lot of resources here that can actually support our students.
Jennifer, one more thing. As I read all the comments, most of the comments are about graduate studies. So would it be possible if we can have another webinar focused only on graduate programs? And can you like maybe make that happen or write a note? Because I think majority of the interest is in masters and is in PhDs and other programs. So I think it'll be very, I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
a good webinar when it comes to graduate programs.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely gonna, cause like I mentioned earlier, the graduate school recently decided to join us at the enrollment management. So sooner we're gonna become a one big department. So for the future webinar, like either both of us, like both undergraduate and graduate department will be able to participate. But if you want a specific one for graduate students, I would definitely bring up to my supervisor, who is also oversees the graduate department now. So I will keep you updated on
I think
this.
that's wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. One
Okay.
student asked, does Texas Tech offer any opportunities or programs for computer students, computer science students?
Yes, we have computer science and computer engineering program. So you can find the detailed curriculum design on our website. And also our computer science, our College of Engineering have two job fairs each year. So every year, those major companies, they send their recruiters to participate in their job fairs so they can talk to our students, give part-time, full-time, sometimes internship opportunities, and you do not have to wait till your senior year. You are welcome to participate any of those job fairs since day one,
Okay.
and we do
And
have a really good
is
program there.
college essay required or not?
So SAT, if you are considering taking that, I will highly encourage you to take the SAT because you can see the highest amount we offered for students who take the SAT is $9,000, but if you choose test optional, the highest amount we provided is $4,000. But you can also see the minimum SAT score you will need to get to have at least $1,000 competitive scholarship is 1,100, and in the meantime, you have to have at least a 3.0 GPA. So if for example your SAT is lower than 1,100, I will suggest you to apply as test optional. Um,
Questions? Okay. Okay, we have one question from the live audience, so I'm going to change the camera angle to them and they can ask you. Okay, you can have them.
I completed my higher secondary school in pre-medical. Alongside, I did 1 year diploma in information technology, also basic mathematics courses. Now I want to switch to computer science. So is it possible get information bachelor's program in computer science, having background of the medical?
can hear you very clearly. Can you repeat the question? Can that, sir, can you help me in this regard? Like,
Can you
getting close. Yeah, there's an echo, so I barely can hear it clearly. So if you can get a little bit closer.
Okay. My
Yes.
question is, I completed my higher secondary school certificate in pre-medical. Alongside, I did a 1-year diploma in information technology and also did some basic mathematics courses like calculus, discrete mathematics. And now I want to switch to computer science. So is it possible to take admission in computer science having background of pre-medical?
Are you trying to looking for seeking a bachelor's degree?
Yes.
Okay, so you will apply as a transfer student. Yes, that is definitely possible. So we will require all the transcript from the previously attended institution. Because for computer science, there are some certain like prerequisite courses that you will need to take. But if you do not have those on your current transcript, you can take it here at Texas Tech. But just so you know, you're probably gonna consider as a explore STEM student rather than declare your major directly. But that is just like a pathway. You will be put into a pathway program until you finish certain prerequisites course and reach certain GPA. You should be able to declare your major.
Warm greeting.
One more question.
Warm greeting,
Yes.
Professor Jennifer. Actually, I am from the background that every country has their own chartered accountancy or chartered management accountancy. Like in America, there is Certified Public Accounting, ALCIPAR, IMA Institute of Management Accountants. Same like that in Pakistan, we have ICAP and ICMA. And actually, I belongs to ICMA Institute of Cost and Management Accountants. And at Pakistan, Higher Education Commission of Pakistan is granted the equivalency of masters. Whenever we complete our qualification, which consists of 18 papers and 6 practical modules. So we are given a master equivalency certificate, and we don't have any proper GPA system or like that as in the traditional education. So am I eligible for grad studies on that master equivalency certificate, or I should have to opt for MS or traditional education like BS in accounting and finance or MBA? Then I will be eligible for the masters in the US university, especially the Texas State University.
So I think that's a question for our graduate school. But it just at both department we have the international credential evaluation unit. So we have to see your transcript, and there is a website that we're using for not a website like accreditation services. We purchase their services, so we have to see your transcript to make that final decision. And if you're looking for a graduate degree, I don't want to give you the wrong information. I will highly encourage you to reach out to our graduate school.
Thank you.
No problem. Good question, though. I wish I could be more helpful.
So again, to reiterate, I understand many of the questions are graduate related. So you guys can email graduate.admissions, that's with an S, at ttu.edu. And if there are any more undergrad questions related, I think, Jennifer, that is our time. And
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here. Just a request that if you can allow one of the graduate
I will. I'll keep you updated on that.
Yes.
And I
Yeah,
will definitely share the registration list with our graduate school, so they will reach out to you as well.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for coming. Thank you for helping out our students. And thank you, audience, for attending. That's our time. Everyone have a great day. And I'll keep you posted, Jennifer, on any developments on our end, and I'll email you soon. Thank you so much for
Awesome.
coming.
No problem. Well, you all have a nice rest of your day. Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.